K4PEW net control for the Mount Juliet Simplex Radio Net. I'm gonna start skipping some of that stuff we put in. If you want to see what's going on with your radio, you can go right to YouTube right now and put my call K4PEW in there, and you come up with a circle with me and my wife. It's 14 years younger than I am now, so I have less gray hair. And you can just check on that and see the live feed from my radio, and you'll be able to see the signals from your radio versus others. You'll be able to hear stations you wouldn't otherwise hear. You can go to our Simplex website. Well, you actually just go to MJSS, put MJSS in the search block of groups.io. You can see our net schedule and all the stuff, what we're all about. There also is a Simplex ham radio site that I put together. A fairly simple one, but it covers the basics. You might, I don't know, there's some activity. Anyway, Simplex Ham Radio at GoDaddy sites. That's GoDaddy, GODADDY sites, sites.com. And you can, or if you have anything else, K4PEW at ARRL.net if you have any questions. By the way, on that website, on the group site, there's almost 200 of us here. So if you have questions, technical questions, no personal ones, but technical questions, radio questions, there's enough people here to answer the question. If you got something to sell, put it up on there, and somebody's sure to bite. And we normally meet at 8 p.m. every Wednesday and Saturday night, which we've been doing now for in our 12th year. We'll be finishing the 12th year in September with 1,000. This is because this is net number 1,210. Hard to believe. Anyway, we conduct the net as we start here, as you would know. If you don't hear me, you won't know. We're on 146.415. Today we'll be moving over to 144.240 upper sideband, and then over to 50.135 on 6 meters on upper sideband, and then to 223 on our secret sub-frequency there. Anybody, let's see, we're just going to go ahead, probably just go ahead and just start taking check-ins from people short on time, mobile, and first-timers.
KF4, KFQ.
Hey, Tony. Doing the picture man thing tonight, huh?
Yep, I got to do an EQ.
All right, very good. That was Tony, KF4, KFQ in Smyrna with a big signal. He's out there taking long pictures of the solar system, which is kind of neat. Anybody else out there?
WY4, K4AL.
Hey, Alan, hold on one second. I got Whiskey Yankee 4. Man, I got that call on this up. Anyway, we got Jeff. What's up, Jeff?
Hello, Paul and Samantha. I'm going to get checked in case I was back off and missed the west sector, so I'm going to get in there now.
Well, very good. That's Jeff in Madison, Whiskey Yankee 4 Golf. And anybody else? Oh, no, I got Alan in there. Almost jumped over him. What's going on, Alan? I'm surprised you're home.
Yeah, I've been home a couple days, been playing beekeeper all day, and headed back home. I'm on I-40 just passing Mount Juliet, so you obviously have a tremendous signal. Not hearing anybody else as of yet, but they'll get stronger. Back to net, K4AL.
Very good. That's Alan. He's mobile. He's here in Mount Juliet. Kilo 4 Alpha Lima. Kilo 4 Alpha Lima. And of course, mobile. He says he's right here somewhere in Mount Juliet, so I know he hears me, but nobody else at the moment. Anybody else short on time, mobile or first timer?
KN4 TJF.
KN4TJF. How you doing, Rick?
I'm doing a little better.
Better than what?
I had had some breathing issues lately, man, but I'm getting through it.
Oh, breathing. Let's see. Besides the eyesight and the breathing, we're doing good, aren't we?
Yeah. Yeah, I got some kind of a upper respiratory infection there, so run out of air pretty quick. Thanks for what you do, Paul. Appreciate it. KN4 TJF.
Yeah, very good, Rick. You got a good signal tonight. That's Rick in West Ashland City, KN4TJF. Who else is short on time, mobile or first time? All righty, then we're going to go right over to the west. We are on west, aren't we, Michael? You did north last week?
East. We started east last week.
Okay, then we're going to go with north then. Very good. From the north, please come now.
WB0NOO.
WB0 and when you finish this, you can go right to bed there if you want to, Mark.
Yeah, good. That's what I need to do.
But I don't think you need to be reminded either.
No, I got one shoe off already.
Yeah, you missed a big. We had 12 people at the breakfast this morning.
Yep. Well, I slept right through it like normal. So that's what happens when you stay up till 2:30 in the morning.
Oh, I actually did too. I was went to bed at 11, got up at 2, and then went back to bed at 5 and got up at 7.
Oh well. There was something weird going on when Mike was doing the C4 FM net, and he made a comment that you had a radio on repeat, but you don't have a radio that can cross-band repeat from C4 FM to 415 FM, do you?
Oh, I found out how to crack into the Bofang I got, that old 10-watt radio. No, I have no idea how that happens. That doesn't make any sense. I mean, my crossbander is I turn it off when I do the net because I'm not using it, and I have no other means to do a crossband from anything on C4 FM. That's weird.
Yeah, I thought so too. I was really confused. I tried to check in, but he didn't hear me. Of course, I was on FM, so I don't know. Maybe I'm hearing things.
No, I think somebody else mentioned it too.
Jim from Woodbury.
All right. I don't know. I could hear you just plain as day, though, on 415. Hey, that's all I got. The mystery, I'll sit around and wait for a resolution. WB0NOO.
Michael, are you sure you didn't have your radio on 146? Are you sure you didn't have it on this frequency right here?
I could have. I'm not sure. Yes, I did, I guess.
Well, that's why he could hear you there. So you weren't on, because I turned it on the radio on late. I was about 7-8 minutes late getting to and so I couldn't hear you do anything.
Well, that's what Jack said. He sent me a text and said he couldn't hear anything. So I started out on the wrong frequency. That's what it was.
Yeah, I've never had that happen. Never. Only about 12 times, or without starting the net. All right, that was Mark, Whiskey Bravo 0, November, Oscar, settling the mysterious. That was part of the UFO reveal this week from the White House. So it's about the C4 FM issue. Anybody else from the north?
KQ4 OMI TWI.
All right, we had two in there, KQ4OMI and TWI in there. Wes, hold on one second. Daniel, doing all right?
Yeah, glad to go to breakfast this morning. Glad to see everybody.
Yeah, we ain't afraid of no hantavirus.
No, antivirus don't scare us.
Yeah, you weren't here when it with the I don't know where you were, but I know you weren't with us. And so when that virus came along, they said all the restaurants were closed, and I said, yeah, right, we're not doing that game. I went right over to Charlie Daniels Park, and we had meetings over there at the picnic table.
Yeah, that COVID stuff, that was just a bunch of crap.
Yeah, well, I did. Two of the people, one of the person my wife worked with, he died. He was about 60, middle 60s. I think he had some related health issues. Oddly, his wife, who was 10 or 15 years younger than him, she died too, which was, what the hell?
Yeah, you know what? I mean, most of the people that died on that were people that, not to be callous, but they were going to die that year anyways. They were looking for a reason, and there was a good reason to keep masks and gloves and all that kind of stuff for the first 6 months or so, but after that, it just didn't make sense.
Yeah. Technically, the mask didn't make any sense, because N95 don't stop no stinking viruses.
Well, if you want to stop a mosquito with a barbed wire fence, you're on the right track.
No, it made everybody feel, I don't know if I ever told it. I wish I had a video. If I had it, oh man, I wish I had a video. I think I may have told this before, but I went into the Firestone dealer and I forgot to bring a mask. You know, that's because when you go into some of these places, they get upset. So I didn't bring in a mask, and so I just opened the door to the Firestone dealer up here near Mount Juliet Road, near the McDonald's. And I opened the door. There was a woman standing about 8, 9 feet from me, somewhere maybe 10. But I had to lean in and look over toward the guy trying to get the serviceman's attention about something that he already knew about. And so she was standing there, a woman probably 60 to 70 years old. She had a purse, and she looked at me like I was Satan, and she kept raising. She raised the purse up right up to over her nose, as if that purse was going to stop something.
Oh yeah. Well, purses stop stuff. I was coming. I was at Walmart, and some lady had like 6 masks on, and she was wearing gloves that you would clean your drains with if you're using caustic cleaners. And she pulls those masks up over her face and wipes her face with those gloves that she's had on the whole time. I'm like going, oh, come on, really?
They just don't know any. People didn't know any better. Really. People get frightened. You know what I'm saying? I'm not surprised that people get frightened. That's kind of normal, particularly if you don't know much. If you're ignorant in the nicest form of the word. But people went overboard with their trying to be protective, and a lot of the ideas are really dumb, like wearing a mask in the car.
Yeah, there was a lot of fear mongering going on, but I'd love it. You go down the road, there's one person in the car, and they're wearing a mask. I would just laugh.
I know, it was fun. They show a picture of that Katie, I forget her last name already. Someone running for governor in California, and the picture of her, she's sitting like in a backyard. You can see she's alone, and she was apparently talking on some kind of a podcast by herself, or an interview, I don't know. And she's sitting in the backyard. She's got a mask on. She's the only one there.
Yeah, I said stuff about that. I won't tell you where I was working, but I got fired over my comments. But I got a better job after that, so.
Oh man, people are way too sensitive.
Yeah, it was like, oh, we're butthurt. We don't want you anymore, Dan. Go away.
Yeah, see, that's just weird. Just weird. I mean, I had a similar issue. I didn't get fired over it, but because the boss he knew what the issue. He knew what the real issue was. He was mollifying somebody else who complained, was hypersensitive to just craziness. I'll tell you some other time. Not on the air. Anyway, anything else, Danny?
No, appreciate you doing that. Glad to see everybody today. KQ40 mile.
Oh yeah, we're all good. Next week we'll overpower the restaurant. Wes, what's up?
Kilo Quebec 4, Tango Uniform Bravo. Hayden's here.
Hey, hold on one second there, Hayden. I think they're going to double. I was looking for Wes, TWI. Is still there, Wes?
Yeah, I'm in the driveway, KE4 TWI from the Jeep. You got me?
Oh, I got you solid. Good. It was just a double with Hayes over in Hendersonville. He came in at the same time. Everything going all right?
Yep, you're in S5. I'm out here doing some work, so everything's good in Possum Town. You're in S5, and heard Michael and everybody else so far that's checked in. Pretty good. KE4 TWI.
It's because you got that monster antenna there on your vehicle.
It is. It's the 96-inch, so. But it's, 3 foot off the ground?
Yeah, well, it's it's for mobile. That's what you get on mobile, but put up a quarter wave and see how good you do.
True. All right, back to that. KE4 TWI.
Very good. That's Wes in Possum Town, holding down the possums. KE4 TWI. I heard you in there. Hey, is that you?
Kilo Quebec 4, Tango Uniform Bravo.
Oh, we got Hayden in there. It was good to see you this morning, Hayden.
Yep, I had a good time at the buffet and stuff.
It's always a good time when there's all that food.
Yeah, the food was good. I had a lot of chicken and, what's it called? Hash browns, or I forget what it's called. Yeah, I had like the potato stuff, and then I had some ice cream afterwards. It was all really good food.
Yeah, it's not everywhere you get ice cream for breakfast.
Yep, certainly makes it special.
Oh, yeah. Well, very good. Is your dad still there? We can check him in, too?
I think.
November 8, November Hotel Tango.
Hey, very good. Good to see you at breakfast this morning.
Yeah, we get there when we can. Hayden was excited. We're going there. So, yeah, we did that. Then we had to go I had to take my saxophones to the horn tech to get them worked on. You got to do that about every year to keep them playing in good playing condition. Then we went and got some gardening supplies and had to go out and get cat food. We kind of been running around some of the day.
Yeah, I had to run. I left early because I had to get down to Nolansville. The veterinarian closes at 12 o'clock.
Oh, what'd you have to get down there for?
Oh, they would. Well, he's on a controlled drug. That my dog with the cancer, gabapentin. I think it's some kind of heroin derivative. I don't know what it is. But anyway, he wouldn't. I asked him to call it in to Walmart so I could pick it up there, and he said, "Well, if we do, you still got to come and pick up the prescription. You can't get it refilled." So I go, "All right, fine."
Yeah, Roger. Yep. I guess that's life now, isn't it?
Well, you'd think in this day and age it would be easy to control with all, it's just not that hard. I don't know. I think they want my $56.
Yeah, I haven't. I have one cat. That's the only pet I would take. I wouldn't. We have tarantulas. I wouldn't take them to the vet. But he's been in good health. So after getting him declawed, he hasn't had any bills or anything.
Yeah. Well, I looked it up. The one drug he gets that I paid like $25 for I forget how many, but let's say it's whatever it was for 15. But I looked it up on like on the website for Walmart or whatever, and they're like on the website they're like 10 cents a piece.
Roger that.
But anyway, the veterinarian's going to get his money one way or the other.
Yep. Everybody takes a cut. Everybody takes a cut, and it comes down to you.
You remember why the when the doctors write, they scribble so hard that you can't read it, but the pharmacist can?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Well, what he's saying in that message you can't read is, I got my money, now you go get yours.
Yep, makes complete sense to me. Yeah, I guess that's the way a lot of things are. Everybody takes their cut. Everybody comes around with their cut and what's left over.
That's right. All we left is with the crust. Anything else for the net, Hayes?
I don't think so. Hayden and I are here. We'll wait for the sideband portion, I guess. K4PW, this is N8NHT, and
Kilo Quebec 4 Tango Uniform Bravo.
back to net.
Very good. We had KQ4 Uniform Bravo and Whiskey, November 8, November Hotel Tango, both in Hendersonville, in the same QTH. Who else is, that was Hayden and Hayes, by the way. Who else is north?
KB9RKK.
And another breakfast eater. How's it going?
Okay. Just wanted to check in real quick. Working. I'm on calls, so I'm between calls.
Nice. Well, I'm glad I don't do that anymore. I haven't done that kind of work in 17 years, taking calls or solving other people's problems.
Yeah. I'm just hoping to get a phone call back. I'm still at that stage.
Yeah, I got you. Anything good for the net? Doing anything special?
Nope. Nothing. Well, I was working outside all day, but nothing special.
Okay, well, very good. And we shall move on. That was Frank, or is Frank, KB9RKK. He was at the breakfast this morning. He rounded out a big 12 number in there. So we haven't had that many in a long time. And he's here in northwest Mount Juliet, over by the Davidson County, the barbed wire fence. Who else is north?
KD4 Joanne.
Hey, Danny, just laying back until you came in almost last on the north side, huh?
Oh, actually, I went and took a shower in between.
Oh, great. Is that when they let you go to the shower?
Well, I've been mowing the yard all evening, so, I wanted to get that done, chiggers and ticks,
Oh, man. Yeah, in the last week I've pulled not pulled, but I don't know, I must have a very sensitive nerve system because I can be woken up by a tick, one of those little tiny ticks walking across my arm.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing, really. Now, I have missed other ticks. I had a couple that had decided to make a home in my body, and I found them, I was taking a shower.
Right. Well, I wanted to make sure I didn't have none on me. I sprayed
2 weeks ago, but, you know, who knows?
Yeah, well, they still will come in on other animals. You know, they come in on, they'll be around deer, they'll be around mice and rabbits and whatever else is out there, you know.
Oh, yeah, and there's plenty of them out there.
Oh, it's unbelievable. That's one of the neat things about nature in general. I know it's a stupid way of looking at it, but no matter how many deer we kill on the highway, there's still a lot of deer.
I know it. There's usually 10 or 12 of them out there in the yard every day.
I know it. I know. They eat all my plants.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's why I've never lived in a place like that before. That the deer were so close in. But this right here, we got. Well, they're tearing down some of the forest around us, so they're going to get a little slim pickings.
Yeah. I don't know. Too many of them.
Yeah, well, they're the dumbest creatures on the. Well, not the dumbest, but pretty close.
Yeah, they are. They're funny to watch sometimes, though.
Well, the one my wife ran into two at one time.
Yeah, I know. I have one run out in front of me too.
My father had one up in New York State. He had one run into the side of the car. Talk about dumb.
Oh, I know it.
Apparently, they don't know anything about. You don't want to take them out shooting, that's for sure, because they're not going to lead the target very well.
Yeah.
Anything else for the net, Dan?
No, that's it.
All right, very good. That's Danny, KD4GON, and he's in station camp. Nobody else? Nobody. Anybody else north? I didn't mean nobody. I apologize. All right, west.
KG4ILV.
Very good. First time checking?
A long-time listener.
Yeah, long-time scanner listener. I often wonder who does listen, if there's anybody. I'd love to hear from them, really, if there's somebody. Maybe nobody listens. I don't know.
Well, A9 Shark on the chat seems to listen.
That's my son down in Florida.
Okay.
Yeah, that's he lives down near Orlando, and guys, he's been down there a long time.
Oh, good to know.
Anyway, yeah. At first, I didn't know that was the name. I didn't know who it was. He didn't even tell me. I just happened to see that name. I said, I don't know who that is. Couldn't tell. Then I put two and two together with something. I don't know what it was. Anyway, anything else, Jack?
No, it was good to see the ones at the breakfast this morning, and I'll let you get on with it. KG4ILV.
Well, it was good to see most of them. No, it was all good. It's always good. People, like-minded, more or less people. Who else? That was Jack, KG4ILV, and Donaldson. Who else is west? No Charles? Charles, please come now. Got no Charles. Anybody else west besides not Charles? All righty, from the south.
Kilo Romeo 4, India Delta Juliet.
Okay, I heard the Victor station. I think that was SYV. Let me take it. Hold on one second there, Echo. Let me take. That's Larry. Larry, is that you? Ah, very good. I actually hear you better on what do you call it? On D-Star than I hear you now. You were doing really good on D-Star. Very good. That's Larry in Rockville. He does the 2 meter digital net, the D-Star net at 7:15 every Saturday night on 146.460. And now we got Echo. What's up?
Hey there. I just have a small, quick question.
Okay.
I wonder who got their general license around early May. I wonder.
I don't know. One of your family members?
I'm not sure. Do you think it's moi?
I don't know anybody named Moi. I know what that is, though. If I say moi, it's me. If I say moi, it ain't you.
Guess what?
Well, that's cool. Congratulations. Where'd you take the test?
Took it at the WC4AR, but it was moi.
Terrific. Terrific. What are you going to do now?
Well, I've been doing some 20 and 40 meter.
Cool. Are you going to take the extra test?
No. No.
Oh, if you could pass the general, I'm guessing with a little bit of study you can pass the extra.
Oh, but it's super duper different. You need to answer all these. You got 50 questions instead of 35, and then they're harder.
Oh, I know. I've been there, done that. Hold on one second. Got a little camera problem here.
Alrighty, well, I'm gonna also see you on 6 meter single sideband, hopefully. KR4IDJ 73.
All right, very good, Echo. Appreciate your patience there. I was messing around with my camera. Decided to fall off the back of the monitor, or tried to anyway. And I caught it in time. It was trying to escape. But you're doing all right?
Yeah, I've been doing pretty good.
All right, very good. Just keep up the schoolwork and study for that extra, man. Now's the time to do it.
I wouldn't say so. I'd give myself about a year.
All right, but don't put it off.
Alrighty, 73, KR4IDJ.
Yeah, very good. That's Echo, Kilo Romeo, 4 India Delta Juliet, and he's here in Mount Juliet, Wilson County. And I had Larry in there, KEE4SYV in Rockville. And who else is south?
Kilo Echo 4, Tango, Yankee Juliet.
Hey, Jim. What were you? Oh, you know what? Why you heard Mike on 2 meters FM, right?
Yeah, because he was on 2 meters FM.
Yeah, there wasn't much of a mystery there, was it?
No, I figured it out because I don't have the C4 FM capability. But if he wanted to check in on 146.415, I'm willing to oblige.
Yeah, that's right. He should have wrote down the second 2 meter FM net. There was 2 people.
And there is a KG4 BMH. Jason, he's from Dale Hollow. He wanted to check on the modified C4 FM also.
Yes, it's the C4 FM without the C4.
Well, you know, we do what we can to help complete the task. Mission accomplishment, sir.
Yeah, to help the handicapped, you mean?
Well, we're here to help.
Very good. Anything else for the net?
No, sir, you're doing a wonderful job, and it's always a kick in the pants when people help out, and and like I say, to some people who don't pay attention, it could sound boring, but when you're able to check in on C4 FM and you don't have the capability, I'm on board with that. Awesome.
Yeah, very good. That's Jim, KE4TYJ, and he is in Woodbury. It's Woodbury, not Barry, Woodbury. Who else is, where was I? South. South or east?
KM4YRF.
Have you taken enough abuse today on that 2 meter thingy?
No, I could take a little more.
Like I said, I've done dumber things.
Well, I was sure that I was on 430, but turns out I hit something or something, and it went to 415.
Well, I blame the 991 all the time. That big knob gets in my way, and every time I seem to do something, I knock it off frequency or whatever.
Well, I keep the tuning knob locked for that reason, because I've done that many times.
Oh, there's a lock button. I glued mine.
Yeah, there's a lock button, and also I have hit the lock button on my desk mic too. So it's a learning curve.
Yeah, well, you know, we're like going early on. You're actually gathering information as you get older. When you're a child, up to a certain point, we're in the deduction mode at this point.
Well, I tell you what, when I first got this 991 and hooked it up, I didn't think that I'd ever be able to figure it out, but it wasn't as hard as I thought.
No, it was different though than any other radio I'd had. It was a little complex. What was on the screen, the buttons, the touch buttons on the screen, and it messed my mind up.
Yeah, that was a little hard for me to figure out that you can go back and forth on the menus on the screen.
Yeah, well, after a while you get a routine of what it's going to do or not do. I still have to think about it sometimes. which way we're supposed to. What what am I supposed to do on this?
Yeah, and occasionally I'll get it off of a memory channel, and then I have to zip through the menus to find where I'm supposed to be.
Yeah. Anything else for the net?
That's all for me. I had a great time at the breakfast today, and enjoyed seeing everybody there, especially Jeff being there 2 times in a row. So hopefully everybody comes back next week.
Well, you guys probably had all the good time after I left. I know that.
Were your ears burning?
Oh, they're always burning. No, I just hated to leave early, but I had to go pick up the drugs. Prescriptions.
Well, we weren't there very long after you left. Some other people came in back there, and we took off.
All righty. That's Michael, KM4YRF, and I appreciate him doing the nets on Wednesday night when I have date nights with the XYL. She gets off sometimes on Wednesdays. That's the first day of her work week. But see, that way she has a 3-day weekend. It's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Anyway, and I appreciate him helping out. I think he enjoys it. He says he does. And I don't pay him, so he must like it. Who else? Anybody else? Any place, anywhere, or east?
KO4SSW.
Hello, Blair. What's up?
No, not too much. Just got a chance to join you guys tonight.
Yeah, you missed the big breakfast we had with 12 people.
Yeah, I got one more weekend, I think, of grandsons playing baseball. Then I get a reprieve for a while.
Oh, great. Are you just going to watch, or do you officiate?
I don't know which end of the bat to use, so I just go to watch.
Yeah, I've been to so many baseball games and soccer games. I'm kind of glad I don't have any more kids.
Well, I thought I was done with it when my son got done with it, but both my grandsons are big in it, so I'm back watching Little League Baseball again. At least they only play baseball. There's no other sports.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, it's all fun. It really is good, and it's good to support your kids, and they get fond memories of you showing up for their events.
And that's 100% why I'm there.
Oh, yeah. No, it's good. It's always good. I know there was some kids that parents didn't even show up, or nobody showed up, just them playing. Parents, I don't know if they didn't care or they were working or what.
I tried Little League Baseball back in the 70s when I was that age, and I sucked at it. And I think my mother came because she had to drive me to the game, so I only remember my dad coming to one game, but I only played one season, so it didn't matter.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah. Anyway, anything else good going on?
Nope, just life.
Oh, yeah, there's enough of that going around. That is Blair. It is Kilo Echo, isn't it? Kilo Echo 4? I wrote it down. I forget what it is.
Kilo Oscar 4 Sierra Whiskey.
Yes. My O didn't look much like an O. It looked like an E, and that's why I read it. I should have known it was wrong. But anyway, that was Blair. He's here in Mount Juliet. KO4 Sierra Whiskey. Anybody else wherever I was? East?
KM4HQ.
Hello, Stan. Anything good going on in your world over there in Lebanon?
No, just working on a few projects today and enjoying the nice day out.
Oh, it's been nice for the last couple of days, aside from some rain here and there, but it's still been nice.
Yeah, I hope we get some more rain because we really need some.
Well, according to the drought conditions, we're way below normal, and I've been up to Percy Priest Lake as well as the Couchville Lake, and they are, man, it's like it's surrounded by rocks now rather than just shore.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, I don't know what we need probably a foot of rain to get out of this mess.
Yeah, we really need it. I hope we get some more before long.
Yeah, me too. Anything else for the net, Stan?
No, that's all, Paul. Back to the net. KM4HQE.
Very good. That's Stan. He's in Lebanon. And appreciate that you being there, Stan. KM4 Hotel Quebec Echo in just a mile or so north of the crop circle that's in the middle of town. Who else is any place anywhere? Alrighty, we're going to be calling for all the stragglers. I don't have one in for stragglers here. Huh. Dilly-dalliers, spuddlers, landlubbers, sandbaggers, lollygaggers, lurkers, skulkers, slackers, lackeys, toadies, lackards, repeater kachunkers, shape-shifting lizard people, moon landing deniers, and of course those who support the lunar landings. Also the moon, those that deny there's been people on the moon, on the backside of the moon, mining, as well as denying that there are people inside the moon. living there. Those would be aliens, of course. They can't be. Well, they could be humans. You never know. Also, flat earthers. Yeah, those that deny it. Scanner listeners. Yeah, those who deny scanner listeners. SDR donglers, preppers, and those that deny preppers. End time survivalists, and Bigfoot believers. Anybody else?
Kilo, Quebec 4, Golf, Papa, Sierra. This is Ken in Portland.
Oh, fantastic, Ken. Which category would you choose to take tonight? Ken, I got you in there.
I would say probably about 50-50 on all that stuff that you had said. There's a lot there's a mouthful right there.
Oh yeah, well, would you do that for fun? It's it started out with just sandbaggers, I think. Sandbaggers, lollygaggers, and something else. Those that were, just listening and just hanging out in the background, not saying anything. And I just like to call and say, you got to get in here.
Oh yeah, that would be me. But there was another net I was involved with on GMRS net that sometimes I get involved with. So I kind of switched over to you and I talked to KLA.
Yeah, well, very good. You doing all right up there?
Yeah, doing real good. We had Portland at their strawberry festival, so that was coming to one of the big times of the year for us.
I wish I would have known about that. I don't know if I would have come up there or not, but we used to have a huge strawberry festival in Florida. Boy, it was, and I mean it was huge.
Yeah, it's a big deal for our little small community. I mean, really, it's not much to it, but it's a big deal for a little town like Portland.
Oh yeah, well, no, it doesn't matter how big it is. I mean, just think about the towns that only have 1,000 people, and anything they do is a big deal to them.
Yeah. Well, it's always nice for people to get out and have a good time.
I mean, you probably didn't hear me earlier. I was in Nashville. I forget what day it was, Thursday or Friday, whichever day it was. And the traffic was horrible everywhere, more so than because Vanderbilt had some big event. I don't know what the event was, but it sure did clog up. It was unbelievably bad.
Oh yeah. I mean, every once in a while we tend to go to Nashville too, because I got 3 sons that live in and out around the area, and we try to get together. And you're right, but sometimes when there's an event going on somewhere, it can really cause havoc.
Well, so that's what I'm saying. Because of Nashville, and because of the way that the roadways were put in here, like Mount Juliet Road, it goes north-south from Lebanon Road all the way down to Smyrna via another road, but I mean, it's a straight shot all the way down to Nolensville Road, 18 or 20 miles south. We get tons of truck traffic. We get tons, just people trying to get to I-40 there, either coming north or going south. This afternoon, I was coming back at 11 o'clock in the morning on a Saturday morning, and the traffic was backed up. I don't know if it were Providence, it's south of 40. It was backed up for a couple of miles. And it was backed up in the other direction a couple of miles. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and like for me, to get to Nashville, you have to go 65 south. And right now, they've got construction going on just south of the Businessville area, and sometimes you could be hung up there for quite a while.
Well, you guys up there in Portland are going to be catching a lot of growth over the next. I can't imagine how much is going to happen to that area in the next 10 years.
Yeah, kind of grateful for that. Not looking forward to it.
Yeah, it's not, and I really don't want to live in this environment being retired. I don't want to deal with that crap. If I was working for a living, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Well, I'm gonna let you go. See if there's any more rallygaggers out there. This is KC4GS Ken in Portland, 7371.
Yeah, very good. That's Ken in Portland, as he said. A decent signal today. I hear him real well. Kilo, Quebec 4, Golf, Papa Sierra, and Ken in Portland. They had the Strawberry Festival today, which I heard of from somebody else, so kind of wish I went up there. Would have been a little tough for me, but I wish I had anyway. Anybody else out there? Anybody, any place? We had 21 in here on 2 meters tonight. All right, then we're going to move over to 144.240. We'll see you there. All righty, it's 144.240. This is K4 PEW. Looking for check-ins from, let's see, we'll start from the north.
KD4 join.
All righty, we got Danny, KD4GON. Who else north?
Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo.
All right, we got Kilo Bravo 9, Romeo Kilo Kilo. Frank here in Mount Juliet, and I heard Hayes, N8. I get that guy. I can never remember that. NHT. That's what it is. New hotel time. That's Hayes, and also are we checking in? Yeah, are we checking in TUB as well?
Yeah, he's coming. Here he comes. Kilo Quebec 4 Tango Uniform Bravo.
Very good. We got Hayden, KQ4 TUB from Hendersonville as well. Who else is north?
KQ4
KQ4. I just had that messed up. KQ4 OMI. That's what it is. I had to think about it for a second. I heard two calls at the same time. That's Danny in Hendersonville. Who else? Did I hear Mark in there?
Yep, you heard me.
All right, very good. I heard WB0NOO. He's in North Wilson County up by the beach. Who else is north? Anybody else north? Over to the west?
KG4LV.
KG4ILV, Jack and Donaldson. Who else? Anybody else west? Anybody south?
Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet.
Very good. We got Jimmy down in Woodbury, Kilo Echo 4 Tango Yankee Juliet. Who else? A big signal too. Who else is west or south? Over to the east.
KM4YRF.
KM4YRF. That's Michael here in Mount Juliet. Anybody else east? Anybody copying anything east?
Nope.
All right, we'll make somebody up. We need another check. That was 10. That's pretty good. We normally don't have 10. We normally have 9 or 8. Is there anybody else out there? Any place, anywhere, please come now. All righty, we're going to move right over to 50.135. We'll see you there. All right, we're here on 6 meters, 50.135. Looking from the north. Please come now.
KQ4 OMI.
Ah, very good. Got a nice signal there. Danny, that was KQ4 OMI. Who else? KD4GON. Really horrible signal, but I can hear you. Really weak. Really weak. But how are you copying him, Danny? Well, KQ4 OMI, how are you copying him?
I copy him pretty good here.
Okay, he's weak to me, but again, I think he's... Which antenna is Danny using? Yeah, GON using? I think he was using a wire, wasn't he? I don't know if he can hear me.
I believe so.
Yeah, okay. The poor man's 6 meter. No, it's he's got what he's got. Who else is north?
WB0NOO.
All right, WB0NOO, Mark in North Mount Juliet. Who else?
That was Frank.
KB9 Romeo Kilo Kilo. Lower than normal signal, I think, Frank.
Yeah, it is. It is.
All right, so I make sure. KB9 RKK here in Northwest Mount Juliet. Who else? Is there some? Can I hear somebody out there? Again, it might be the voices in my head, but I heard some stuff way out there. All righty, I think it may be it. Any place? Let's see, where was I? How about we were north? How about west? Anybody north or west? Or south? Anybody copying anything? Over to the east. Over to the east.
KM4YRF.
All right. KM4YRF. That's Michael. KM4YRF. Anybody else east? Okay, we may be done. I mean, that's all the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Is that it for tonight? Well, I still think we did pretty good with 21 on, anyway, 21, 10, and 6, and we did kind of just middling okay on the digital. Anyway, we'll catch you guys on 220. K4 PEW.
Bye.